Hello, WCCUSD community. I'm your superintendent, Dr. Chris Hurst, and I wanted to share with you this exciting day that transpired with more than 300 students. We had the opportunity to really pull together 22 schools, 300 students to really talk about strategic planning. And I led out just introducing myself and thanking everyone for coming, but really talking about gaps within our system and the need to really address significant gaps so that every student can achieve their goals and achieve success. And what we did is we allowed these students to go through several questions like, what are your core values? What's really important to you? What and how should people speak to one another? How should we interact with one another? How should we treat one another? So we really had the opportunity for students to just script out through the thought exchange process what the values are that's important to them and to actually list the top values for our school district, WCCUSD. We also talked to them about the learning environment. And if we really wanted them to think about the ideal learning environment, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it sound like? What would you see when you're walking around? We had the students engaged in that process as well. And so many other questions that really lends itself to the strategic plan. One of the other big questions that comes to mind is the skills. The skills that we want our students to have when they graduate from one of our high schools in WCCUSD. And it was 2 hours of engagement and passionate conversations, and students were able to share that information with us. And I want to take the opportunity to thank our students first and foremost. It was really important for us to listen to them. We did this with our adults as well in the town hall meetings, but it's really important for us to listen to our students and what they would like to see in a caring adult in our system as well. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the planning team, from Director Sanders to Sonia Neely Johnson to our trustee Smith Folds, and even the superintendent participated in the planning team, but there was a whole host of individuals from the communication team. We had logistic planning team that put everything together. So we just want to share our immense thanks for pulling this together. And what I want to share as your superintendent, it was so impactful for me, just getting all this feedback, but especially from our students. We want to replicate this, not just once a year, but throughout the year, that we're really listening to our students and what they would like to see in the system. And again, just to remind everyone, all of this feedback that we heard from our students pulls together for our strategic plan so we could address the gaps within our system. And the plan will take us to the year 2027, which is why we're calling it Challenge 2027. Thank you so much, WCCUSD.